This is Ahmed Halif speaking from Dahua Technology. I would like to thank everyone for being here in this training and in this seminar. And I would like just to make sure that you can hear me very well and everyone can see my screen sharing here. That's great. That's great. That's great. So thank you everyone for being here. And I would like just to introduce myself. My name is Ahmed Halis, and I'm from Dahua Technology from the Solutions Department. And this webinar is cooperated between us, Dahua Technology, and our distributor, Adept. And it's our pleasure always to show our technology and to show our support for our customers, and just to always to be with the new life after the COVID-19. Our main presentation today, the subject will be about the COVID-19 and the thermal solution for this situation. As everyone can know today, everything has been changed. Our attitude, our walking, our life, everyone now is in quarantine, but life will not stay like that. For example, now if you go anywhere, you will find someone, you will find everyone is wearing masks, you will find everyone is wearing gloves, and if you want to enter any place, everyone will check your temperature. And this is our new life now. Just if we want to go inside any building, or if we want to go inside any mall. So today we will show how can we do a thermal solution for COVID-19 prevention. So actually, as everyone know, at the end of 2019, coronavirus outbreak broke out, which is characterized by human-to-human transmission, medical staff infection and community transmission, and the disease has spread to around the world. As you can see here, the picture, you can see how is the corona now is going on and how is the percentage for each country. As you can see, all countries are infected by this virus, and we hope that we will wake up next days that there is no virus at all. But now, because of this situation, we have to know what kind of solutions we can do just to make sure that we are trying to be a part of fighting this virus as a technology company. So today, now I will talk too much about the human temperature monitoring. As you know, we will have a current status now. We are having now screening. That is the current status now. Everyone is using thermometer, and thermometer that you will find some and going and waiting for you at the entrance of any building. And I'm sorry, maybe the internet connection is a little bit slow. Okay. Okay. And someone is waiting for you, and he will take your temperature and measure your temperature. And this will be a manual temperature monitoring, and this will be a workload with a high risk. Can you tell me if this is an efficient way just to take temperature for everyone, that someone will hold a 4-meter or thermometer and take your temperature? Of course, no. Because if you go, for example, to any mall, a lot of people will go inside. He cannot do it one by one. Definitely. If he will do it one by one, it will make a big queue, and there will be no social distance, and a lot of people will wait for him just to hold the thermometer and put it on the forehead, and take the temperature. And that's not a good or efficient way at this situation. This situation, we need the temperature will be fast, and there will be a big social distance between each other. So this will be a high risk for everyone. So what do we want? We need a non-contact automatic temperature monitoring. We need something accurate, and we need it fast. And now all governments around the world will ask every building, every mall, every shopping center to take temperature for everyone going inside. Everyone should be monitored for the temperature. So now, as you know also, that the manual recording is inefficient and it's a personal information collection also is difficult. You know, if someone is going inside, what we want, not only take his temperature, we need to know that this person, his temperature was, for example, 36.5. This woman, her temperature is 36.7. We need to collect the details about everyone who is going inside and his temperature. Also, we need to record abnormal temperature information automatically and collect abnormal personal portrait automatically. This is our requirements now, and this is what we need to do. So what we need to do is to automatic recording and collect the information about everyone and record the abnormal temperature information automatically and collect the abnormal personal portrait automatically. We need something accurate, we need something fast, we need something without contact, and we need something that is efficient for us. So if you can see here, now what we do, usually we will use camera. It will be a thermal camera and it's a different series. We will have a 3 series and we will have a 5 series. And near to this camera, there will be a black body. This black body is a physical device. It will be a black body. It will be used to calibrate the temperature in that environment. This is very important device. And this one will make the accuracy 0.3 for the temperature at that area, up to plus minus 0.3. And at this situation, black body is very important because we will put those cameras at the entrances most usually. Nowadays, a lot of people are marketing those devices without black body. But in an engineering way, with black body is the most accurate thing that we have to use in this system. So this black body will be connected to 220 volt degrees and it will be in front of the camera. The camera will be connected and to NVR and network, and it can be standalone, but if you want to connect it to NVR, this NVR will be -I. It means it supports artificial intelligence. So when we connect the camera to the NVR, we will monitor the camera through the NVR, and we can see it through the DSS Express, or we can see it through the NVR. But if you have a center and if you have a control room, you can connect the camera to the DSS. So in that case, you can monitor all devices through the DSS Express or on the Sorry, is there any question?
We can tell them to mute.
Sorry?
I think somebody's audio is on.
Okay.
You can unmute all.
Yes. So in this case, when the temperature is high, we have cases. We have the temperature is okay, we have the temperature is high. So if the temperature is high for that person who is coming inside, directly there will be an alarm. This alarm will come from different ways. First way, we can connect siren. We can have alarm through the camera, and we will have a light through the camera. And we will have alarm from the NVR. Plus, we will have alarm in the DSS Express. This DSS Express will give you many alarms, that there will be a pop-up video, screenshot for everyone who is coming inside. So let us make a small scenario. If someone coming inside and he has a high temperature, of course, our devices are not medical devices. In this case, we will have a place, or we will ask the mall to have a place, or any building to have a place, just to ask that guy, if you are having a high temperature, just please go to that area, and you will have a thermometer and manual review. Just this because thermometer is a medical device. This will be abnormal confirmation. At that time, we will have emergency plan. But usually, our readings will be plus minus 0.3 if we are using black body. So we will check and we will activate emergency plan. Now, thermal cameras are very important to all sites, and everyone will require the thermal cameras. And now we are having a lot of projects using the thermal cameras.
Ahmad, 1 second.
Yes, audio is not clear.
Some people cannot hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Mr. Shebin, you can hear now?
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Ahmad,
Anyone?
please continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear, okay, that's great, So, okay, so if you can see here, for example, if can increase the sound, it will be better. I will try to check if I can increase the sound. I will try to use an external microphone, but you can tell me if it's okay or not. I speak okay. This one is okay. Can you? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your voice is very low now.
Like that is okay, like now, right? Now is okay, right? Like this
Yeah,
is okay.
much better.
Okay,
Yeah, much
okay.
better.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, technical issues would happen through the microphones. It's okay. Okay. So if you can see here, we will have, if we want to go and install any thermal camera, we should advise our customers how to install the thermal cameras. Actually, everything will be changed. Now the entrance will be different than before because we will have checking for everyone. So if you can see here, we will have 3 areas. Those areas, we will ask the customer to make them. We will have the entrance guide area, we will have the temperature measurement area, and we will have the isolation area. Now, all the projects we are installing thermals, we do the same. We ask our client that we need to make those parameters or those areas. So if you can see here, it's very simple. Someone wants to go inside, there will be a man will tell him, oh, please go from that way. So he will go from this way. The camera will check him. As you can see here, the camera, and here is the black body, and the camera will check him. For example, we got his temperature and he is abnormal temperature. If he is abnormal temperature, we will get an alarm from the camera or from the DSS or from anywhere. Okay, if we get abnormal alarm, it means that, for example, some areas they requires the abnormal alarm to be 37.5. Some areas they require 37.6, some areas 37.7. It's up to them. But if they get it abnormal alarm, it means that there is something abnormal. They check again, and if he stay abnormal alarm, he will go to the isolation area. At that isolation area, he can active the emergency plan. They should have emergency plans for everyone who is having abnormal temperature. So, as you can see here in this picture, the camera here is on the tripod. So if we put it on a tripod, it means that it can be temporarily for that area. So we can put it on a tripod, we can put it on the wall mount, install it permanent or temporary installation. Plus, if you have like this installation, you can put the cameras here, and also it can check and can give you the alarm like this. For example, if you have the entrance like this, the turnstiles, everyone will come here and will be checked by the camera. And if the temperature is normal, he can go inside, no issues. And we can connect those, we can connect based on the temperature to open or close the doors. So in this way, we can control the doors and check the temperature and get the alarms for everyone with no need to stop. Okay? Is that clear for everyone? Anyone have any question? Okay, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask it. You can enable the mic or you can ask through the chat. Okay, so what do we need if we want to install any thermal camera? Actually, it's very easy. As much as it's very important to the market, it's very easy for installation. The installation will be like that. First of all, you will decide which model you need. We have the 5 series camera, we will have the 3 series camera, and the technical person, the technical engineer can tell you the difference between the 5 series and the 3 series. You will have the black body, which will make the accuracy very high, 0.3 plus minus maximum 0.3, plus you will need a tripod. If we are using a tripod, so you can make it temporary, and if you want to fix them permanent, you can do that. You need a power and you need a connector, plus if you want to do storage, like some people, they want to do storage for the cameras. Some people, they don't want to do storage. It's up to you. So it's an optional part to use NVRs. So NVRs can do the storage for you, for the recordings, to take the logs, everything. Plus, you need the display part. So it will be like very easy configuration and very easy installation. And now, this is the most important parts for all buildings and all entrances, governments or private sectors or schools or everywhere. Everyone wants a temperature measuring for the many people walking inside any building. As you can see here, just very fast review about our models, the 3 series and the 5 series. As you can see here, the 3 series, we have resolution 256 by 192, and the resolution here, 5 series, it will be 400 by 300. Spectral range will be 8 to 14, and the thermal length here, 7 millimeter, and thermal length here will be 13 millimeter. Visible length will be 8 millimeter here. Both of them will have a white light, warning light, and horn, both of them. So you can get alarms from both of them. Okay. And we will have the accuracy with the black body. It will be 0.3. Okay. So before I start talking about the another one, the face recognition solution, I would like just to mention something. Okay. If you can see here, the installation will be the distance between the camera and a black body. It will be up to 3 meters, maximum 3 meters. Okay. And the height of the camera will be 2 meters. And the height from the ground for the black body from the ground, it will be 1.8 meters. Okay. So in this case, if we do this installation, you will get higher accuracy. Some sites, yes, you need to make it up a little bit or down a little bit. So at the site, you can do adjustments. Always, when I say temperature, every site should be adjusted. And also, the most important parts we have to mention that those cameras should not be near to any heat sources or any wind sources. So in that case, this camera should be isolated from any heat sources. Actually, when we do installations, when we did installations for those cameras, we have changed a lot of entrances. For example, if you go to Hamad Hospital, you will find that we changed the entrance a little bit and make the people walk from an entrance we did for them. And we did it isolated from any heat source or any wind source. In that case, we can make sure that our camera is in a stable area. We cannot put the camera with a heat source or a wind source and we say that the temperature is not accurate. Of course, we should have a very stable, isolated areas for our cameras or for those devices just to get a high accurate numbers of temperature monitoring. So is there any question about this part right now? If you have any question, I guess our colleagues are here. They can answer your questions on the chat box. So our colleagues and Adept team, they will answer your questions all in the chat box here. Okay, the second part here, we have the temperature monitoring and face recognition solution. everyone in this market, they ask us for Dahua people, hello Dahua people, why you don't have face recognition plus the thermal camera or plus thermal detection? Because of that requirements, now we are doing now a thermal temperature monitoring plus the access control, the face recognition we have. As you can see here, our system will be at the entrance, okay? And now it's very important. A lot of buildings, a lot of places, if they want to go back to the business, they will ask for those devices. So it's a big opportunity for everyone to use those devices. Really, it's very important. And now, usually people should go through the opportunities from the beginning. So in this case, you can use this device as a standalone. This device will be ASI7213X-T1. This will be as a standalone, or I can say it's a wall mounted. You can put it on the wall, or it will be like this shape. You can see this one, vertical mode. It will be with its, how can I say, with its mount, and it will be like vertical mode, and you can easily hold it and put it anywhere. Okay, those devices can be connected to NVR 5 series-I, or you can connect them directly to the SS Express through a network. Plus, we have turnstiles. So if you can see here, everyone will pass through here. He will be detected by temperature and face recognition. So the camera will take, or the device will monitor the face and will monitor the temperature. Based on your face, it will open the door. If your face is okay, it will, faces and temperature is okay, it will open the door for you. Now, this one is very required for all sectors because all sectors need to take or to measure temperatures or monitor temperatures with no contact. And everyone, of course, will be monitored through the monitoring center. As you can see here also, if you want process, to check the process, we will do non-contact temperature measurement users are using our devices, and there will be manual review. As this one is a medical device, our devices, we cannot say they are medical devices, they are monitoring devices. And as before, abnormal confirmation and activate emergency plan. So if you can see here, we have the entrance guide also. As you can see here, you can see how is the mount is very, the vertical mode. It's very easy for installation. I mean, no need for, you can put it any place at the entrance. You will not be connected. You will not look all the time about a wall where you can install those devices. Those devices will have their own vertical stand, and everyone or every place you can hold this device and install it at any entrance, at any place. I need just to make sure that, to remind you that those devices should be isolated from any source of heat or wind. So if you can see here, you just pass. This device will take your temperature and will take your face. If you are abnormal, you will go to isolation area. So as what I mentioned before, we have always to tell our customers that there should be different parts at the entrance. Entrance guide area, temperature monitoring area, and isolation area. Always we have to tell our customers about those things, and always we need to make sure that our devices are isolated from any source of heat, just because we need to take higher accuracy than before. Or you can connect them to turnstiles at the entrance, as you can see here. For example, directly it can be integrated to any turnstile. So if someone is coming here, his temperature will be taken, or for example, if he is abnormal, he will go to isolation area. Actually, now everything will be changed. Our lives will be changed. So our solutions will be together with those changes, because now everyone will look for very good temperature monitoring system, and everyone will go back to work. So everything will be changed. So My suggestion now is the opportunities are there for returning back to the business, and everyone needs those products very urgent. So I guess now it's a big opportunity for us to have that step inside this market again for this solution. So if you can see here, we will have the turnstiles, new projects, and renovation project. So if you have a renovation project, you can remove the old devices and you can put the new device, this one. So this one only you can replace the old one and put the new one easily and connect it with network and etc. This one for new projects. If you have a new projects, you can use the turnstiles. For example, if you have schools projects, if you have buildings projects, banks projects, companies projects, big companies projects, they will use turnstiles. In this case, you will take their face recognition plus the thermal recognition. Standalone, of course, you can use them wall mounted, and you can use them vertical mounted. What kind of options we have here? We have high accuracy. So our accuracy will be less or equals 0.5 Celsius for that. Non-contact, of course. Someone will pass next to these devices and no contact between them. You know, now a lot of devices in the market, they ask you to be like 20 centimeters or 10 centimeters. This one is very close. Our devices will not be close. And this is what is required by the World Health Organization, to be away from any devices at least, or from the people. At least you need to make 1 meter distance. So in this case, our devices, you will have a good distance between you and our devices so you can pass, and it will monitor you without even any contact. The installation will be very simple. One, on the power. So the power will be used here and it will be convenient to be moved, and you can use it standalone without software. So usually if any customer requires, for example, he doesn't need any software, yes, it can work without software and it can work standalone. If a customer, he wants a software because he has many entrances, of course we can do the same, and we can do it with software for many entrances. Abnormal alarm, yes. We can give you abnormal temperature alarm and no mask alarm. If someone is coming here, you know now, Ministry of Health in all countries, they require everyone wants to go inside to wear a mask. So what if someone wants to go inside this building and he is not wearing a mask? Definitely, there will be an alarm from the device that you are not wearing a mask, you are not allowed to come in. Someone will ask me, okay, how can the device know the face recognition if he is wearing the mask? Actually, after our testings for our devices can recognize you if you are wearing that mask, because our face recognition algorithm will be based on the points of your face. So it will recognize you even if you are wearing a mask. But of course, as what I mentioned before, that you should not make those devices near to any heat source or any wind source. What about exporting reports? Yes, if you want to export reports, that's the most important part. If you want to export reports, it means that you want to send reports those to any, for example, to the management, to the Ministry of Health about the people's temperature. We can support for query and export of abnormal temperature reports. All abnormal temperature reports or logs will be saved in the device or in the software. It's up to the configuration, and you can export them and give them to the responsible persons. What kind of functions we can get from those devices? We will support access control. It means that this door will be connected to magnetic lock or will be connected to a door. Plus, we can take the attendance for everyone. For example, if you are put it at the bank, so you no need to bring a new device for attendance, as this device will be for attendance also. And plus, we will do monitoring, checking, plus we will do mask detection. So as you can see here, we can do multiple functions using those devices. like the access control, attendance, temperature monitoring, and mass detection, that will be used very well by the customer, and it will fit his needs for all entrances. And as you can know, all requirements will be fit with these products. All requirements, I mean by the World Health Organization, like access control, temperature monitoring, and mass detection. Is there any question about that? Does anyone have any question? Let me check if someone is having any. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask in the chat box, or if you have any question, also you can use the microphone and ask me, no issues. Okay. If we want to talk a little bit technically about those products, I'm not sure if this picture is very clear for you, but if you can see here, this will be the device. The device will be 7-inch touch screen, okay? And this will be temperature monitoring and no contact. It will be ASI 7213X-T1. The ambient temperature range will be 16 to 32 Celsius. What about the temperature accuracy? It will be 0.5 Celsius, less or equals 0.5 Celsius. Plus, what about the temperature monitoring distance? The temperature monitoring distance will be between 0.3 meters to 1.8 meters. So no need, if someone is walking 1.8 meters, it's a good distance. It will not be, and there will be no contact between any person and the device. So in that case, we are following the rules about the social distancing, even between persons or people and products. Okay? Plus, we will have the sound prompt, temperature abnormal alarm. This device will support face and card and password for the unlock. So if you are putting at the turnstile, it can open using the face. It can open using the card. It can open using the password, plus we will have the temperature monitoring. If you don't have a turnstile and you need it for the entrance, of course, you can use this vertical mount. This will be the device plus the mount, ASF 172X-T1. It will be the same. It will be the same as this device, okay? So for this case, it's very important to use those devices now, as all sectors will use those devices for the entrances, for the mask detection, for the face recognition, for the temperature detection, and for everything related to the new rules by the World Health Organization or by the local Ministry of Health. We will have also another device. We will have this device. It's called ASI 7223X-A-T1. What's the difference between this device and that device? Here you can see the unlock mode will be using the face and the password, and there is no card supported here. So if you want to select the device, you need to check what kind of unlock mode those devices will support, okay? It will be the same. There will be 7-inch screen, touch screen. The ambient temperature will be between 16 and 32. Plus the temperature monitoring distance will be 0.3 meters to 1.8 meter. Sound prompt will be temperature abnormal alarm, and the unlock mode will be face and password. Also here, we have the turnstiles. Our turnstiles they have some special specifications like security or rapid transit and durable. The pedestal material will be 304 stainless steel, and thickness will be 2.0 millimeter. We will use the servo motor, and we will use 30 pairs of IR light detectors. And the lane width will be 600 millimeter to 1000 millimeter. It will take like the normal turnstiles. If there is any question, please. Do you have any questions right now? Anyone have any question? Do you have any question, anyone? Okay, if you don't have any question, okay, I will continue. Finally, at the end of this training, of this part, we will talk about our new device. It will be the handheld thermal temperature monitoring. This will be handheld thermal temperature monitoring camera, and it will be characterized by non-contact multiple objects, rapid, and there will be no risk to temperature testers. You can see here, it will have 256 by 192 uncooled thermal sensor technology, and measurement accuracy will be plus minus 0.5. It will have a smart buzzer alarm, and it will support live view on the PC or by micro USB, and high temperature automatic shooting and non-contact temperature monitoring. The most important here part is the temperature measuring distance here. It will be minimum 0.5 meters. This one will be like a small camera. You will hold it by your hand, and you can check everyone's temperature. But there will be a distance between you and him. And this will be very soon, at the end of May. Suppose that at the end of this month, and today is the end of this month, so I guess it will be released very soon. So it's very important. Those devices are now very important for the new needs after the COVID-19, as COVID-19 has changed a lot of things about the solutions. How do we do the installation, and how we do a lot of things. Do you have any questions right now? If there is any question, please.
One question, yeah. Hello, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sure, you can ask a question. But can I know?
All right, now, yes, my name is Mohsin Marakar. I am from CareCom.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. My question is handheld thermal camera you just talked about. Now, let's say more than one guy, or like let's say 3 to 4 people are coming into this camera screen, and this will be shown all these 4 people's temperature, or it's just only for one person at a time?
No, yeah, sure, sir. Actually, we are not using the same. Yes, sir. Actually, I will tell you something. Actually, usually for the new situation, usually, firstly, we have to tell the customers that our devices can see multiple persons at the same time. But usually we are supporting the social distance usually. So it can support multiple persons, but usually the social distance is very important at this case, you know. So yes,
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
For example, our thermal cameras can support many persons at the same time. But I hope that not too much people will be next to each other in the scene, you know.
No, not like that. Not like that. Now let's talk about a small retail outlet case. If you keep it in a retail outlet, it's actually a very small area. Now let's say like there are 2 to 3 people are coming like line by line, maybe. But in one frame, it can be 2 or 3 people at a time. It can be, but the social distancing is already there.
Sir, no issues. Yeah, no issues. Yeah, no issues. Yeah, of course, no issues. But
so,
you know, I will
so
tell you
it can be captured. You're saying, right?
Huh? Yeah, sure.
It can be captured. You're saying, right?
Yeah. But I will tell you something.
Right, yeah.
Actually, you know, if we are doing those devices, okay, we need to make sure that everyone is passing near to our devices. We need to make sure, for example, if someone is here and someone is behind him and someone is behind him, that the first one will pass. The second one will be passed also through the screen, you know, it will be passed through our products. Our product should monitor everyone. So when we do the installation, everyone should be monitored. It depends on our installation. How do we install, you know? So that's the most important.
Yeah, got it. Okay, one more question. Maybe this can be a stupid question. I'll ask you one more question.
No, sir, you can ask any question. It's okay. We are learning.
Yeah. Handheld thermal camera, whom are you targeting as a customer? Whom are we targeting as a customer? Just asking from the point of view of Dahua.
Well, sir, you know, every sector, they have their own requirements. Some requirements they prefer.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, as Dahua company, we are a provider, we are a manufacturer, so usually we need to cover all the needs for all the market. You know, we cannot say that the camera, everyone will need a camera, everyone will need access control. We need to give the options for everyone. Many people, they don't want to use cameras because they have a lot of persons and they want to check, for example, a big factory. They want to keep checking persons, so they need handheld thermal cameras. Some people, they will use it in the schools. Some people, they will use it inside Carrefour. So it's client's requirements. We are, for the temperature monitoring, the access control and the camera, we are what can I say? Our targeted customers, those customers who are having big entrances or entrances, small, medium, or big projects. But those handheld, you can use it everywhere. You can walk inside Carrefour, you can walk inside any school, you can walk inside any place, and you can keep checking everyone's temperature. You know, this is the most important for them. You know why? You no need to stop anyone and say, hello, please, can I take your temperature? No, just you can hold it, and you can just walk. It will take the temperature for everyone. You get my point?
True. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So for, is there any question?
Yeah, I got it. Gone.
Is there any question? Okay. So for those materials, you can, of course, we will put our email addresses. For Adaptic or Dahua team are here. So the data sheet now is shared in the chat box, if you can see, by Mr. Harvey, and the Adaptic team here also are answering your question. Now the first part of our training is finished now.